Hey, I'm Dave. Welcome to CapZeyeZ, all Texas music.
We've been doing this for 30 years, bringing you nothing but Texas music. We hope you dig it, because we love making it.
CapZeyeZ, all Texas music. What's going on, you guys? I'm Dave. You're watching CapZeyeZ. Welcome to another episode of all DIY Texas music you probably haven't heard. If you have, you probably saw it in person, and that's what we encourage you to do. Today, I am joined with Bear Ryan. We got Bear, we got Ryan. And I was turned on to Bear Ryan's music quite a while ago, and it's been a real pleasure to watch these songs grow and see her get this solo career going. You're no stranger to the music scene. You're no stranger to Austin. Give us the quick wiki on Bear Ryan and how you became a solo act and started playing.
It was kind of, what do they say? Something like necessity is the mother of invention. I was in a 5-piece rock and roll band prior to the pandemic, but as a result of the pandemic, I found myself sitting alone at home. I was the singer in the band before, and but I still wanted to write music. I didn't want to wait and couldn't get together with other musicians at the time, so I finally picked up that guitar that was gathering dust in the living room, and I also had a bunch of time on my hands all of a sudden, so I just started picking away at guitar and just writing. I spent the next year and a half or 2 years just writing for a new project, because I didn't know when I'd be able to bring a band back together, and then I just started having fun with it, so a solo project was born. Well, thanks for having us. My name is Bear Ryan. This is Ryan Robertson. This first song we're going to do is called Dead Dog Pandemic Inflation Blues. And if you can't relate to at least one of those things, I don't know, you might be an alien. But they're here, so.
And it was great to see you going out and doing all these solo shows, and somebody built these guitars for you, and all of a sudden somebody's playing guitar with you, huh?
Yes, yeah, absolutely.
So how did that happen? Did she have to convince you? Did you go, no, this has to sound like that, you're wrong? Or how did that go down?
No, it just, well, I was trying to woo her over, and she's like, I want to play Cigar Box, but I'm left-handed. I was like, well, no problem, I can do that.
Hell yeah.
And I just bullshitted my way through it until 35 Cigar Box guitars later, we finally got it down right, and then ultimately I got drug into the band.
That's awesome. I heard she's not letting you sing yet.
No, it's a good thing.
That's not true. He's a great singer, so I'll eventually convince him to sing with me. But yeah, his comfort zone.
That's awesome. And as far as this came pretty organically with the two of you getting back together, because you were doing just fine playing. Then next thing I know, here's Ryan jamming with you.
Yeah.
Do you have a what it's going to be like when it grows up vision of your band, or are you just playing it?
Honestly, not much different than this. I like really stripped down. So I would love to add drums, because I just the energy, especially for live performance. But we live way out in the country, and rehearsals can be hard to coordinate. So right now I'm just super pumped. I want to refine our sound, playing together. Drums and bass would be nice, but there's so much logistically involved in that, and sadly there's the money aspect, a lot of more hands in the cookie jar, and it definitely supplements our income. So but if you forget about that, definitely I'd like to add drums and more recording, and when we go into the studio I'd like full band recording, because it's fun. All right, we're gonna do a song called Above the Snakes. Stay above the snake.
I love what I've heard you do in the studio. It definitely puts as a fan of the tunes, you're like, wow, I guess that sounds pretty good live. But you make a great point about how it's hard to get paid around here, right? I mean,
Yeah. It's tricky, you know, and I believe in paying my musicians, so it's like I don't want to commit to those gigs until I can come through with the financial side for everybody. But yeah, just right now we're just having fun in the studio. We add a little bit in the studio, and then we just keep it simple. And you know, a lot of my heroes played 3-piece max. You know, out in the Delta, a lot of times they don't have a bass player. Not that I'm an anti-bass player. They would just work with what they had, and I like that real stripped down sound. So yeah.
It definitely lends itself to your writing and the stories, and it keeps people focused on what you're trying to say. I think that's a good thing.
Yeah.
What is your skills behind guitar building? Is this a profession, a hobby? What's going on?
A little of both. Laurel Avenue Guitars is my company, and kind of started off as a necessity to fix broken, you know, poor man's guitars, and then just kind of got out of hand. We're winding pickups, and we've got the heavy machine wood shop, and then we have got the finish out room, and then I've got a bench in the dining room now. That's just kind of by dialing them in, because there's so many, and there's so many gigs during the week, seems like lately, that some's always needing a little bit of a tune-up. So it's just kind of a born out of necessity into a little beyond a hobby. I'm building quite a few, but it just really just depends.
We're gonna do a song called Snake Handler's Daughter, and it's basically just a swampy tune, gonna kind of take you down into the Delta. But ever since I wrote a song called The Snake Handler's Daughter, my dad refers to himself as the snake handler, so that's the ongoing family joke. But sun is setting, lightning bugs in my eye.
So, as far as other music, are you involved in any other music, where you're playing out or recording or doing any of your own stuff?
No, I'm not currently. I've got a full-time commercial landscape company and also a food trailer, Bird Dogs Eatery. We're primarily located in Luling, Texas, but we do catering and events and stuff of that nature. So, honestly, I get my music fixed playing with her, and even just noodling around the house is enough for me. And I think we've played 3 or 4 times this week. So it's anything else is just me committing to more stuff than I can really handle right now. So.
Anything else is just gravy.
Exactly. And gravy's our specialty around here.
Oh, it's soul food. If you ever thought you tasted it, you should check out Bird Dogs Eatery, Luling, if you want to make the trip. He's available for events too. So.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And the songs you write, I love how you tell the story of being sick and getting all crazy on wine and meds and cranking them out and saving one.
Yeah.
So, but some of the subject matter is real life. Some of it is based on myths, stories, things like that. Do you have to get into some headspace to get those? Do they come to you and go, "I'm ready"? How's your songwriting technique?
That's a good question. Definitely, a lot of them come to me, but usually it's just a line, and then I've got to work it out from there. I definitely have to get into a headspace, and a lot of that happens when I'm driving in the car, or I just have to really make myself go into my studio. And I usually I play a droning style of guitar, and it's very meditative, and so a lot of times I just start playing one groove over and over again. And I have, like so many other writers, I use yellow legal pads, whether it's notebooks or whatever, but they're just piles of them around me, and I'll see what line fits over it. But I listen to a lot of podcasts and stuff about other writers because I'm curious about other creatives' process. And James Taylor actually said it pretty in an interesting way, because it's kind of a spiritual process for me, just in that I'm kind of tapping into something that I don't understand. And he said, I don't feel like I'm the one writing these songs. I just feel like I'm the first one who gets to hear them. And I thought that was very beautiful and poignant. And it can be like that. But sometimes I feel like it's coming from somewhere else, and those often write themselves very quickly. If it's coming from my more like human aspect, I usually have to wrestle them to the ground and work harder on them. But they both are valid experiences,
Yeah, and I love the way you'll set them up when you're playing live and tell us, a little bit about what's going on with the song, and it helps us kind of tune into the feelings for those tunes, and they translate very well.
Thank you.
I thank you for coming to do the show today.
Yeah. All right, this song is called "Hustle and Shake," and it's just a raucous little song about getting your groove back. Miles an hour
The recordings you've been doing, what is the status of the people you get to work with you on those?
Yeah.
They're just hired hands, friends? What's going on there?
Yeah, fortunately, I've been in Austin for 28 years, and I started off as a photographer more on the music scene. So, and all my friends were musicians, so I just have access to like amazing people. And then, yeah, I usually will pick a studio based on kind of the sound of some of the things they're putting out. But I worked at Electric Deluxe, which is Adrian Casada and Black Pumas, because I've known Adrian since I was like 18 years old, you know, and that he's just a homie, you know. And then more recently, we just went into Ice Cream Factory Studios, and that was just a friend referring us. But usually I just kind of listen to what they've done, and whether I try to figure out if they're going to understand my swamp,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
And honestly, I'm a big believer in like studios should be fun. Like I don't want any pretentiousness or being uncomfortable. Like it should just be a collaboration. So it's usually just asking friends, you know, like, hey, you want to come play on a song, and then going from there. You know, I pay them like professionals, but hopefully there's some sort of connection there that makes it sort of an organic thing.
That's
yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna do a song called "Strip Screw," and this song's kind of an example about how sometimes writers will write a line, and you just have to wait to find the place to put it. And I wrote the line comparing somebody's love to a strip screw, probably 25 years ago, and just never had a use for it until came up with this simple little blues song. So this is called "Strip Screw."
background is all over the map, as you've already mentioned, but some of that is in film, video, visuals, and these videos. You've been cranking them out. Tell us about that.
Yeah, I've kind of rekindled my love of visual arts. I just realized everybody's got music videos and I didn't have any, and I needed them because you really need the visual aspect behind music if you're going to promote it. And so I gave myself the assignment of creating a music video for my song Irene, but I had so much fun doing it that I was like, oh, I want to do more of this. And it's not super pro, but you know, it's iPhone and I can kind of edit it and fudge it. But I'm a super visual person even when I'm writing, so creating the videos, even making Instagram reels is like fun for me. So yeah.
And fun to watch.
Yeah,
well,
and he's super visual and great photographer too, so like we can kind of collaborate on ideas and stuff.
It's fun. You know, just load up the dogs in the truck and just start driving around the country and finding wacky things or interesting things or shapes or whatever that are just, you know, we can put together, and then it's its own art at some point, you know.
I think the dog is the star.
Oh yeah, Darnell.
No, Darnell.
Darnell, awesome, right on.
Yeah.
He can't hear, but he loves being a part of the music.
Yeah.
He's a big deaf boy, but he's happy.
During setup, you said he'd like to put his face on your strings.
Yeah, when we're rehearsing, I mean, this dog is truly deaf. Like you can blast your amp and he'll be asleep. He doesn't even know we're having rehearsal, but he can, you know, he can feel if we're walking across the floor. But every once in a while he'll come, like when I'm playing, and he'll press his nose up against the strings, and I know he's feeling the vibrations of it. But yeah, Darnell is he's our only chance at ever going viral. He's so cool. It's our dog.
I love it. I love it.
This is a song. It's about someone who's kind of having a mental break after many years of they're cyclically gifted in a spiritual way. They might talk to those beyond the veil, and they've spent their life butting heads with religious dogma and sort of the mental health whirlpool that is created out of that. But there is a shout out to my grandfather, Anthony Walsh, who was an Irish immigrant, and he raised 14 children on his own because his wife passed away after the 14th was born. And he's also said to have basically adopted his 2 nephews as well, because when you got 14 kids, what's 2 more, right? So legend had it that he would go to Irish funerals to get the dead man's shoes, to put shoes on his, I guess, 9 boys and himself. And only recently I played a show, and I played the song. It's my recent single that I just put out. And my cousin, there, who's quite a bit older than I am, was there, and she was crying, and it was the first time she'd heard the song, and she said, it's true, it's a true story, because he was going blind, and he would have her and some of the other teenagers drive him to the funeral parlor because he couldn't drive, to get the dead man's shoes. So anyway, this is a shout out to, it's a fictional story, but there's a shout out to my grandfather, Anthony Walsh.
Have you had a chance to play around Texas? I know you've got the hill country under control. What's the plan for breaking out of this little hole in the center of this huge state?
Yeah, I definitely want to play more regionally. I played Crockett, Texas, which was actually super fun, and I learned when I was out there that it was part of the Blues Trail back in the day. Just kind of forgotten about, but they're trying to rekindle it. But I have a focus on like Galveston, Houston area, and then, believe it or not, I'm trying to hit Lubbock and Amarillo more on my way up to Colorado. So I'm just trying to like sort of expand the ripples so that I can tour in different directions. I go out to West Texas as well, out to Marathon, Terlingua. I love traveling, so it's logistics. It's comes down to, can I take off of work and all this stuff.
Exactly. And you played a festival, I believe. What was that like?
Yeah, the Songwriters Festival out in Terlingua. It was a blast. I mean, it was great musicians, super fun people. The promoter was wonderful. It was a first year of it, so they're still working out their kinks, but for being out in the middle of the desert, they ran insanely good sound. I was like, good job, guys. So yeah, that was really fun. I want to go back to that. Yeah.
And as a musician, and of course, being paid for gigs is kind of the core of what anyone strives to get done anymore. But from a financial aspect, the music business, as far as the music portion of it, has kind of went aside for most folks. I mean, some people still like CDs, some people like vinyls, some still like cassettes, but none of them, even combined, are representing an income for musicians anymore. Any take on that or advice, or how do you make it through?
Yeah, it's really it's tricky. I do feel like the value of the live show, in my opinion, increased as a result of the pandemic, because all of a sudden we were in this situation where no one could go see live music. But I do think it was sort of up to the musicians to seize that moment, and I definitely sort of took that and started to see my value more, where I'll almost never play for free anymore. So we make grocery money and gas money from live shows. When I tour, all the money you make is merch. But I'm considering doing a Patreon. I do enjoy creating content, so it would make sense for me. But I'm not that. It's uncomfortable for me to ask people for money. I'm starting to learn that we are entertainers, and we're actually making something that people consume and love, and there's value to that. So I'm getting a little more comfortable at the encouragement of other people. Yeah.
I'm on the same page with you after 30 years.
Yeah, it only took 30 years, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's tough, but it shouldn't be tough. And we are putting out really, really valuable content, and it has value. So I see a good future, but like it's totally up to the musicians and the creators to kind of demand what we're worth. Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
Yep. You don't have to play for free. Not that you never should, like maybe a TV show.
Yeah, and I do it, of course, for fun, and or if it's a benefit or anything like that. But if a club reaches out, it's like, nah, you won't pay me.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna do a song called "I Am the Weather," and this song was born of having the flu last December. We both got a pretty gnarly case of the flu and took all the COVID tests and whatnot, and just ended up being the old school influenza, but it knocked us down pretty good. And we live pretty far out in the country, so getting over to the doctor's office isn't too easy. And I mean, I grew up as a kid, you didn't go to the doctor for the flu, so you just put an ice pack on it and, took a nap. But I did have copious amounts of Theraflu, so I treated myself. And that's not a good idea after so many days. And then I got bored and was like, I'll get better eventually, so I added a little red wine to the regimen. And I found these hilarious voice memos to myself in my Theraflu red wine binge, and they're song ideas that are really bad, and they sound like this. They're like, idea number 1, because my voice was all jacked up. It sounded like freaking Wolfman Jack or something, and they were so bad. I'll keep them for posterity. My best friend has my permission to release them at my funeral, but one of them did take, and it's about a woman who takes codeine and red wine and raises some hell, and it's called I Am the Weather. God moves on the water, Casey Jones. Strawberry blonde, American dream. Mean as she could be, just as mean as she could be. She drinks red wine, codeine. Gonna bring the world to its knees. She's 10 feet tall in heels, made of tiger meat and twisted steel. She long since lost the wheels. Mama was a hurricane, daddy was a loaded gun. She'll make you pick your switch just for fun. She drinks red wine, codeine. She's mixing them together. She says, I'm the weather. You better take shelter. If you're gonna get beat by me, better make it worth my leather. God moves on the water, Casey Jones. God moves on the water, Casey Jones. Especially when you're 19 years old.
And social media, you definitely have a grip on that. Where's
Yeah.
the best place to, or all the places even, we might hear
Yeah.
their songs?
I'm mostly active on Instagram. It's bear_Ryan_music. And then I also have a YouTube channel. And that's where I'm making a lot of videos of me playing the songs live. It's where I put my music videos. So I'm trying to get people over to the YouTube more because I just forget to promote it. But I have like a channel with tons of videos on it. So yeah.
I have been told, and I'm really finding it difficult to do, you as the creator type that you are might find it easier, but those shorts apparently
Yeah.
draw folks to the YouTube a lot. But I gotta go 3 minutes or more, not 30
No.
seconds. It's so tough, you know?
No. I mean, you heard me. I have 6-minute songs and a 2-minute, lead up to it. So yeah, shorts are like, oh man.
Yeah.
But I too have been told I need to leverage those. I'll do it eventually.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
I got so much to say.
Exactly.
This song called Sugarfoot. If our love was whiskey and you were a diamond cup,
Well, that's great. I appreciate you coming down to do CapZeyeZ today.
Thank you so much for having us. Yeah.
Absolutely. It's a pleasure. And again, Bird Dog Eatery, Luling, any shout outs, you guys, before we head on out on the road?
Man.
Oh, thank you all for having us. It's
Yeah.
an absolute pleasure, everybody here.
Yeah, man.
Fantastic, everything.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Well, Bear, Ryan, and I think it's bearsongs.com. Is that your .com?
That is my website, yes.
Yeah, absolutely. And, of course, the Instagram and everywhere else you can find. Just search Bear Ryan and you'll find some great stuff. And we'll be airing her clips here on CapZeyeZ. Hope you enjoyed the episode today with Bear Ryan. And support local music. It's there for you. Hug it. Also, we always like to say, Ham, helping Austin with everything in the world. And I can personally testify, as well as our crew can testify, that it works and they're there for you. Sims Foundation as well. This town is blessed to be able to not only have a blossoming music scene, you have to look a little harder for it now, but come on, isn't that what you want? But a support scene beneath that keeps everybody alive, literally. So support where you can, and thanks for tuning in. Tell somebody. I'm Dave, you're watching CapZeyeZ, originating out of Austin Films, Austin Public Facility in East Austin. We do it weekly. It's live music. It's music that you can't see anywhere else. It's all about DIY, 3 decades and moving forward, y'all.
How do we get to see this?
It's pretty simple. If you look for Austin Public on iPhone or Android, anywhere you get your apps, you can find it. It's called Austin Public. If you are in Austin, you can see it on Grande and Spectrum Cable, Channel 10. We are Saturdays at 10 p.m. when you see it live. There is a Patreon where you can see things before you see them anywhere. We will put some up on YouTube. It's on Roku. It's on Apple TV. It's everywhere. We're taking over.
So no reason not to watch CapZeyeZ, because we're bringing you nothing but the best that Austin has to bring.
Hey, it's CapZeyeZ. It's us. We bring you everything you see. It's all local, local crew, local TV, local music.